Hello everyone, welcome back to the C programming tutorials. These tutorials are brought to you by Zeedup Technologies. In this video, we are going to see the usage of the switch statements in C. So the first thing that must come to your mind is, what is a switch statement? A switch statement, just like an if-else, is a conditional statement. The difference between the switch statement and the if-else statement is that if, as we have already seen, is used to handle only one condition at a time, whereas the switch statements can handle multiple conditions at a time. So whenever there is a possibility where the condition could generate multiple outputs, then you need to use the switch statements instead of the if-else statements. Now let us see the usage of this switch statement along with its syntax. The condition that we have taken over here is that we need to first accept the number from a user that is going to be between 1 to 7. We are going to prompt the user to enter any number between 1 to 7, and when the number is entered by the user, we are going to check it against multiple conditions, and basically we are going to check that if the number is equals to 1, then we are going to print Sunday. We are going to assign a number to each day of the week. So 1 is going to be Sunday, 2 is going to be Monday, 3 is going to be Wednesday, and so on until 7 equals Saturday. So this is what we have in our mind, and we are going to execute it using the switch statements. So let us see that how the switch statements work. So first of all, what do we need to do is we need to accept a user value. So for that, we are going to declare an integer variable, say n, and initialize it with a 0. Then we are going to give the user a message to print that you need to enter a number between 1 to 7. Enter a number between 1 to 7, and then _n ensures that the user input goes into the next line, which is catched by scanf statement using mod d operator and would be stored directly into the address of variable n using this ampersand operator. So this is the part for user entry, where we would be getting the user entry. Now we need to handle this user entry. We know that it could be any number between 1 to 7. So to handle it, we are going to use the switch statements. So switch statements are very simple. You need to just write the keyword switch. Then within parenthesis, you need to provide a condition or any variable whose value you are going to check. So here we are going to check the value of variable n. So that is why we are going to provide n in the parentheses for the switch statement. And then we are going to use these curly braces. These curly braces define that whatever the statements we are going to write right now are going to be the body of this switch statement. Okay. So inside the switch statements, there are the multiple conditions that can be handled, and we are trying to handle the conditions for case 1 to case 7. That is 7 possibilities or 7 conditions are possible. So to handle them, we have something known as case in the switch statement. You just need to write the word case and then put a space. Then you can write a possible value. So one possible value is the number 1. I'm just going to write it. And then use this colon over here. Then you can press enter, and now whatever you write will be the body of case 1. That is, case 1 would do whatever you have instructed after this colon. So what I'm going to do is use a simple printf statement, and I'm going to print Sunday like this. Okay, and just with a \n, so that Sunday is printed into the next line every time. So this is for Sunday. I'm just going to copy it and paste it for the rest of the days. That is like 2 for Monday over here. We can go with 2 for Monday. Similarly, we can go with 3 for Tuesday. Wednesday will take the case number 4. So we are going to print it here. Case number 4 of Wednesday. Case number 5 is going to be Thursday. Case number 6 is going to be Friday. So we can just represent or replace sun with Friday to get Friday. And then case number 7 is going to be Saturday. So actually that's done. Case 7 was the last case. So we have got these 7 cases. Now let's just try to run it. First we need to build it and then we can run it. Okay, so enter a number between 1 to 7. I entered 7 and then I get the output as Saturday. That is perfectly fine. Now since a user is prone to make errors, the error that we can get most commonly is since we have put it a limit to the user that he can only enter the numbers between 1 to 7, what happens if the user enters say 8, 9, 10 or 0 or any negative number? Let's see. We can just click on run and now we are going to enter 80. That's not a valid one. Actually it is a valid number, but we are not handling it. So what happens? We do not get any output. In that case, suppose we want some output. We want the user to tell that you have entered a wrong number and you need to enter the numbers between 1 to 7 to get some output. Then how can we do that? We have got something known as the default case in a switch statement. This default case or this default statement works when none of the cases are matched. That is, if the value of n entered by the user is not between 1 to 7, then this default statement would be executed. So in the default statement, what we are going to write that you must enter number between 1 to 7. Okay, so this is the statement that would be flashed in front of the user if he makes a wrong choice or if he enters a number that is not between 1 to 7. Let us just build it and run it. So suppose I enter 9 again. Then I get a message, you must enter number between 1 to 7. So that's handled. Now one more thing, if I just run it again and if I want to get say Sunday, so for that purpose what do I need to do is I need to enter 1. Okay, so I enter 1 and that is the output. I have get everything over there, all the days from Sunday till Saturday, and I've also got a message, you must enter number between 1 to 7. So it is not correct. What I supposed was that if I enter 1, I should get only Sunday, but I'm getting all these things. Why? A simple answer is the concept of the fall through cases. The fall through cases is a concept in switch statements according to which whatever the user has entered, if it is matches in a first case, then all the other statements would be executed as well. Since I entered 1, so it matched with the first case despite the fact all the other statements were printed and even the default case was printed. So you do not want that because it is incorrect. So to handle these fall through cases, we have a concept of a jumping statement in C. Jumping statements are used to jump the user control from one place to another. The jumping statement most commonly associated with a switch statement is known as the break statement. So you can just simply write the keyword break and use a semicolon here. Now what does this break statement do? It would just terminate the execution of this switch statement after the case is matched. So if 1 is matched, if you have entered 1, it would just print Sunday and then it would just break out of the switch statement and none of the other statements would be executed, thus preventing the use of their fall through cases. So let's just see the example by entering a break statement in each and every case. That is a convention, that is mandatory to write a break statement after each and every case, and even after the default case as well, like this. Okay, now let's just build it once again, and now we would try to run it. So enter a number between 1 to 7. What if we enter 1? Sunday. That's it. That is it. This is the output that we wanted, and that is the output that we have got. Now again, if we try to run it, suppose we enter 4, Wednesday. That's correct. Again, if we just try to run it, so that's \n Wednesday. Again, we try to run it, say 5, we get Thursday. That's perfectly fine. So that is how the switch statements work in C, and that is all for today's video. Thanks for watching.